What if you woke up one morning only to find that the world you knew had vanished, replaced by a haunting silence? In today's recap, we'll explore a chilling scenario where one man awakens in Paris, only to discover he's completely alone, except for the hordes of bloodthirsty zombies. Trapped in an eerie stillness, he must confront his deepest fears and find a way to survive in this terrifying new reality. How long can he hold on to his sanity? Stay tuned as we unravel the mysteries of The Night Eats the World. A boy named Sam is introduced. He is basically a musician from Paris. One night, Sam goes to his ex-girlfriend Fanny's house because some of his music recordings were at her place. After going to Fanny's house, Sam sees that a party is happening there. Seeing the party at Fanny's house, Sam feels a bit upset because if they had been in a relationship, he would have received an invitation before anyone else. Anyway, Sam meets Fanny and mentions the recording tapes. However, Fanny, showing little interest, willingly makes him wait and asks him to hold on for a while. After a considerable amount of time, when Fanny still hasn't handed over the tapes, Sam becomes quite frustrated and irritated. Sam goes to Fanny and asks for the tapes. Fanny, somewhat surprised to see him still there, responds, "Oh, Sam, you're still here? The tapes are in the front room. They're kept there so you can just take them yourself." Sam, feeling very angry, heads towards the room to get the tapes. As he is on his way, he accidentally bumps into someone, causing him a lot of pain. The impact hits Sam on the nose, causing heavy bleeding, and right there he collapses, losing consciousness. Meanwhile, the party keeps going on as usual. The next morning, when Sam regains consciousness, he grabs the tape boxes and walks outside. But as soon as he steps out of the room, he is completely shocked because everything around him looks chaotic and disorganized. And there are bloodstains in many places on the walls. Sam thinks that perhaps a murder or some violence has taken place here. Sam, holding the tape box in his hand, heads downstairs. When he reaches the lower floor, he sees Fanny sitting on a downstairs. Sam, calling out to Fanny by her name as he normally would, is met with a terrifying response when Fanny aggressively attacks him. Basically, Fanny has turned into a zombie and there are more zombies with her. Anyway, Sam manages to save his life by quickly retreating into the flat and locking the door behind him. Sam couldn't understand at all how such a situation could have happened in just one night. Sam then looks out of the window in that room and sees a few members of a family trying to escape in a car. However, just as he watches, many zombies arrive and start attacking them. Seeing this scene, Sam becomes very frightened. Suddenly, he hears a noise from below and tries to listen carefully. Just then, the floor beneath him suddenly collapses. From the collapse section, Sam sees a person who has shot himself in a desperate act, taking his own life. Because of the shot to his head, the bullets from the gun penetrate and come out through the top. At that moment, an idea strikes Sam. He realizes that he can use the broken section of the floor to climb down to the lower level. By doing so, he might be able to find a way out or discover an escape route. Sam then breaks the remaining part of the collapsed section further to make it larger. Sam uses the broken section to climb down to the lower flat. There he finds a gun and, carefully carrying it with him, makes his way down to the base of the building. Sam was trying to escape from there, but suddenly a few zombies appeared and began to attack him. Terrified by the sudden threat, Sam quickly managed to shut the door behind him to keep the zombies out. Sam, due to the zombies, gets trapped inside the building. Now, the room he is in is an office room within the building. Because of this, Sam finds a lot of food in the office room. Due to his intense hunger, he takes some of the food to eat. Suddenly, Sam notices a wall where a large number of keys are hanging. These keys are the alternative keys for all the flats in the building. Since this room is the office room, it contains the spare keys for every flat in the building. Sam collects the keys and the gun, then starts unlocking the doors of the flats one by one. He searches each flat to find a possible way out of the building, hoping to discover an escape route. However, since there are zombies in various flats, they attack Sam as he tries to search. But Sam manages to defend himself from the attacks and eventually reaches a flat that is free from zombies. But even in that flat, Sam discovers a dead body, which forces him to move to another flat. In the next flat, he finds several musical instruments. Since Sam is a musician, he decides to take those instruments with him and moves to yet another flat. This flat was much cleaner compared to the others, so after considering the overall situation, Sam decides that he will stay in this flat for a while. After that, Sam organizes the flat according to his preference and starts setting up the musical instruments he found. Sam was trying to get news of the outside world through the radio, so when he sat on a chair to relax and listen to the news, his exhausted body gave in and he fell asleep right there. And this is how Sam's first day passed. The next morning, when Sam looks out the window, he sees that the zombies are still in the city. Since Sam is extremely hungry, he starts gathering a large amount of food from the neighboring flats. He does this to ensure that he won't have any food shortages for the coming days. Since Sam is extremely hungry, he starts gathering a large amount of food from the neighboring flats. He does this to ensure that he won't have any food shortages for the coming days. At first, Sam considers wrapping the bodies in cloth and throwing them down from the building. But suddenly, he realizes that it wouldn't be right to dispose of a person's body in such a way, so he decides to leave the bodies in the flat. Meanwhile, Sam falls into deep depression over the next few days. There is no one to talk to in the entire building, and he is surrounded by numerous dead bodies. The constant fear of death adds to his distress. While taking a shower in the bathroom, Sam realizes that the water has run out. To address this, he collects several containers from the building's rooftop to gather rainwater so he can store it for future use. And just like that, 2 to 3 weeks pass. Sam's entire life has been spent within this building, with no one around to help or support him. Suddenly, Sam sees a zombie named Alfred stuck in the elevator. The zombie has been trapped inside the lift. Sam has felt so isolated that he approaches the zombie Alfred and even shakes hands with it. After that, Sam spends hours talking with Alfred, engaging in detailed conversations. He continues to do this every day. One day, Sam tells Alfred that he doesn't know what is happening with his mother and that she is unable to even move. I left my mother at home and came here just to get the recording tapes, but somehow I ended up getting stuck in this place. With zombies spreading everywhere, I'm almost certain that my mother has probably died. One day, Sam sees a cat on the street from his window. He immediately realizes that the zombies will probably kill the cat too. As Sam moves forward to save the cat, he doesn't even realize when he reaches outside. At that moment, a group of zombies attacks him. Sam quickly jumps into a nearby car, but the zombies surround him from all sides. Somehow, he manages to escape from their grasp and returns to his flat. After that, Sam goes to the balcony of his flat to check on the cat. He sees the cat standing near a zombie's foot, completely unafraid. For the cat, zombies might seem ordinary, while humans probably appear more terrifying to it. Anyway, Sam starts shooting at the zombies from the balcony. In response, the zombies get angry and begin attacking Sam. A fierce fight breaks out between Sam and the zombies. When Sam manages to escape from the zombies and enters a safe flat, he notices a bite mark on his leg. He begins to worry, thinking that a zombie might have bitten him and that he might also turn into a zombie soon. Sam inspects his body and face for any signs of injury or infection. Understanding the seriousness of his condition, he attempts to use the gun to end his suffering, but is unable to do so. Filled with frustration and fear, he begins to scream loudly and laugh uncontrollably, all while wondering when this nightmare will finally end and when he will be free from this torment. As time goes by, nearly 4 months pass. The weather also undergoes significant changes, with the heat giving way to increasing cold. Sam looks outside and observes that there are no zombies visible on the streets. However, he is aware that the zombies must still be nearby. To confirm this, he begins playing his musical instruments. The sound attracts all the zombies in the city, causing them to gather around his house. At that moment, Sam notices a shadow by the door and realizes that someone is there. He quickly shoots at the shadow, but when he opens the door, he finds that he has shot a girl. This indicates that there were no zombies present, and the girl was injured as a result. Sam swiftly brings the girl inside, takes care of her wounds, and provides her with medical attention. Throughout the night, she remains unconscious, but by morning, she regains consciousness and speaks with Sam. The girl introduces herself as Sarah. Sam shares that he had believed he was the only one surviving on this planet. Sarah then informs him that this isn't the case. There are many others like them. She had been living in a building 5 blocks away and managed to reach Sam's location. Sam is overjoyed to have found Sarah, as she is someone he can finally talk to. This discovery brings him immense relief, knowing that he is not alone. He makes sure Sarah has enough food and informs her about the various musical instruments, suggesting that with these resources, they can continue staying there for several more months. However, when Sam goes to another flat to collect more food, he returns to find that Sarah is missing. Concerned, he searches the building thoroughly and eventually finds her on the roof. Sarah was actually searching for a way out so that both she and Sam could escape. Hearing this, Sam is shocked and tells Sarah that she must be out of her mind. The entire city is overrun with zombies, and if they try to leave, they will be attacked by them. Moreover, it is not feasible for any human to remain here for months on end. If they continue staying here, they will eventually go mad. Therefore, trying to leave is their only option. A heated debate occurs between them about this issue. Sarah locks her room door when she goes back to her flat. Sam, standing outside the door, tries to convince her to come out, but suddenly no sound is heard from inside the flat. Sam then goes to another flat where he had previously seen 3 corpses. There, he discovers Sarah's corpse as well. This discovery confirms Sam's fears and reveals that the events he had been imagining, including Sarah being alive, were actually false. Sarah had already died before, and Sam had been hallucinating their interactions and experiences. After that, Sam gathers some supplies and prepares to leave the building. However, he realizes that the tape recordings he came for are still in the building. He decides to retrieve them, so he goes back inside and destroys the recordings. Then, he releases Alfred, the zombie trapped in the lift. Although Alfred is a zombie, he does not harm Sam, as their previous conversations have fostered a bond between them. Meanwhile, the building's fire alarm goes off due to the destruction of the tape recordings. The emergency gate opens, allowing all the zombies in the city to enter the building. Seeing this, Sam is filled with fear and begins shooting at the zombies. However, the sheer number of them makes his efforts futile as they continue to swarm into the building from all sides. Sam goes into a lift in the building and hides there. Inside the lift, he sees the hands of all the zombies reaching almost towards him. Sam suddenly notices a staircase inside the lift that leads upwards. He climbs the stairs to reach the upper floor and then makes his way to his room. However, even on this floor, Sam encounters many zombies, and the entire room is filled with them. Sam manages to escape but realizes that the zombies are not pursuing him. He then decides to use a rope to move from this building to another building. While attempting this, he suffers an injury and loses consciousness, resulting in him hanging there. When Sam regains consciousness, he climbs up the rope and sees that the entire city is empty and free of zombies. This means that all the zombies have moved into the previous building. Sam has finally reached a safe place, and the movie ends on this hopeful note. If you enjoyed this movie explanation, please leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell button to receive all notifications. Your support helps us bring more content like this.